I feel like modern women today are delusional.
Oh,
I feel like you cannot be over like 200 pounds trying to make requests like that. Like, oh, your man has to make this much or he needs to do this for me. Like, how do you qualify for that? I've
uh,
heard people say born again like virgin or something. That's not that's a
it's not a
delusion.
real. Yeah, it's delusion.
And I'm like, where y'all getting this mindset? Nobody's holding you guys accountable. Like, you were a whore. It's okay. Be better.
Now, obviously, we have seen so many times when a woman holds other women accountable, they call her a pick me or they attack her. They don't like being men can't hold women accountable. So best believe if a woman tries it, she's gonna get attacked and called a pick me, and she's breaking the sisterhood or sister code and stuff like that. But let's get into it.
I get so much like slack because I'm like a traditional kind of woman, and I feel
Uh-oh. Damn. There's like Hi there.
hello, how are you?
I'm doing exceptionally well. Do you consider yourself an MTR?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. All right. What do you got for me today?
So I feel like modern women today are delusional.
Oh,
I feel like you cannot be over like 200 pounds trying to make requests like that. Like, oh, your man has to make this much or he needs to do this for me. Like, how do you qualify for that?
I actually kind of disagree with her. You know why? Because I say you can require and have all the kind of standards that you want. The real question is, do you qualify and will you get those things? It's one thing to require whatever you want to require, have standards as high as the mountaintop. But are you going to get what you think you require? That's a different question.
Or it's like the boss babe today is like crazy. It's like, I don't know. I get so much like slack because I'm like a traditional kind of woman, and
uh-oh. Go, keep
I
going.
know I feel like men and women are not equal. It's like God didn't make us that way, and it's crazy how this mindset. It's like pollution.
So let me try to paraphrase and summarize as well. So what you're saying is that not having a focus on something that may make you form fit within relationship from most men should disregard you from having high requirements from those very same men.
Correct. So you can't be overweight and then have an attitude problem. You have to pick one.
Pick a struggle.
Yeah, it doesn't match up, and then it's like you
Pick a
make more
struggle.
than him. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so not working out, that means you don't care about yourself, but you're gonna like overeat, so it doesn't make any sense. So
It
you
Go ahead.
can't you don't qualify for a high value man, if I would say.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, personally, like I said, I don't care about people's requirements and standards. Men and women, as a man, if you're broke and you think you're gonna get an IG model kind of girl, or Victoria's Secrets type of model, a very beautiful woman, that's on you. The delusion is yours. You can require whatever you want. You can have all the standards and think you deserve something. But are you gonna get it? That's for you to answer. Probably not. You know. So for me, the women can have all the standards they want. The men can have all the standards they want. But at the end of the day, life is gonna teach us that, hey, listen, I don't care what you want, but if you don't deserve it, you won't get it.
I tried to break it down as nicely as what I could for the
Well, no, you have
last
to
young
be
lady.
truthful.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I got to be truthful at the end of the day. It does get you out the running for most men. But it's interesting to see, like we see all the time women that are overweight, obese up on this show, and then they'll pop on a guy because he's short, right? The weight is something that you can change, but the height is not something that he can actively change. We see a lot of these modern women just left swiping on guys for the most frivolous things. So I understand what you're saying. And I like to summarize it like this. If you're unable or unwilling to eat in a way to control your body, right, it doesn't make you a good purveyor of choices and decisions within your life or how you treat other people. It doesn't, right? And I've thought about ideas like this in the past to the degree of like, unless like your whole family's big and it's normalized, right? Like, and then you just think of it as normal, but outside of that, right? Like you're doing disservice to your body, right? Like our bodies are not meant to eat as many calories what we do in a day and then sit down for as long as what we do, in that same very day, right? We're bigger than we have ever been, but then our hearts are exploding out of our chest at the highest rate that they ever had, right? So it's definitely an issue and a problem. Now, health aside, having high requirements while also having a high waistline, I agree with you, can be
Yeah,
abhorrent
and
work.
I'm not a feminist. I think that movement is a scam. I feel like it did damage to the female race. So
Mm,
putting that out there. Yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't raised that way. So
Are you?
I mean, I agree, you know, if you, even for men, like if you're not in shape, it's kind of ridiculous and delulu, as people like to say, to want someone who's in shape. But at the end of the day, we are human beings. So even if we don't deserve something, we're going to have a desire for it. So I'm not shocked if a man who's broke desires the most beautiful woman, or if a woman who's not in shape wants a man who's in shape. So people, as humans, at the core, we're going to want, even if we can't achieve it, even if we don't even deserve it, even if we have not worked for it, we like the easy way out as human beings. But like I said before, life is going to remind you that, hey, I don't care what you want. I don't care about the standards that you got. You're only going to get what you deserve, what you've worked for. Because at the end of the day, relationships are work. In other words, if I'm as a man, sure, I cannot control my height, but I can control being in shape, looking well groomed, dressing well. I can control making money. So I can work on things I can control. So if I don't work on those things, women are probably not going to choose me. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm saying relationships are work. So you put in the work before you meet the person that you want. Because if you meet the person that you want, but you didn't put in the work, they can't just like you for you. They have to like something about you. And usually it starts with the physical.
Are you in the Discord server?
no.
Hey, listen, you need to send me an email. I want to get you in the Discord server. There's lovely young ladies that are back up in there, and they have conversations like this as well. Email is available in any of my videos. How long have you been watching my content?
For years now, since like Kevin Samuels.
That's what's up. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, R.I.P. I loved him.
R.I.P. to the GOAT.
I agree with everything he said.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good.
You have
R.I.P.
to
to
know
the
your
GOAT.
place. Yeah, you have to know your place. There's a place for men and there's a place for women, and that's it. It's
Talk
very
to him.
simple. Yeah.
Talk to him.
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah, I don't know where she got the. I know she's a woman, but I gotta say this. I don't know where she got the balls to say this. To come for the feminists and for women like this, try to hold them accountable. Because these days, man, they're gonna call it pick me, first of all. All right, they're gonna call it pick me, and then they're gonna say, if you know all these things and you're saying things men like to hear, why don't you have a man? Why aren't you married? That's another thing. And then probably they may say she's reformed. She used to be a bad girl, now turned good. They may say those are kind of all the insults I can see already that they're probably going to make about her.
a perfect balance once everyone knows their place. It's God, the man, women, and the kids, and that's cool. You don't have to be equal to a man. Why do I want to be like a man? Why do I want to do that?
Do you what portion of the country that are you in? Okay, you're. I didn't know if you want to get that specific, but nevertheless, though. So, from your perspective, is it difficult for you to find a man with a similar mindset as that? Because I would argue that
Good
most
question.
of the MT Army Savages have this type of mindset in their mind. Do you think that it's difficult to find that type of man with that mindset today?
So I'm running into men that are older than me, like way older, like 25 years older than me, and they're okay with like settling down, but not right now. Some of them just got out of like marriages and like already have kids. I don't have kids, so I don't want someone with kids.
Yeah, sure.
Like I want to be the person to give someone a child for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a
Makes
certain
sense.
way I want to raise them, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, when someone already has a child, that could be difficult. But it's not difficult. I do get approached often, but people look at the outside,
Mm-hmm.
so they think I'm a certain way, and then when I speak, they're like, "What?" Like, okay, you might be a bit too much, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
I'm surprised that she's saying that she meets men, and when she speaks the way she speaks, men get surprised. Which I kind of understand because very few women speak like her. And that's why I said when they speak the way she's speaking, men either going to think she's faking it, she's trying to massage their ego, or she's trying to get something. You know what I mean? So for me, my advice would be to, rather than telling them your beliefs, maybe just act. Because it's one thing to say, make traditional roles, this and this, men should do this, women should be submissive, and this and that. It's another thing to actually act it out. So I think most guys may have an issue because of the way she may speak about those things, but she may not be doing it in action. Now, obviously, I do not know her, but she just said that the guys she meets that are kind of in her, age range are kind of shocked when she speaks the way she speaks. But that's because most women don't speak like her. You know what I mean? Because either they are not traditional, they don't care for traditions, or maybe they just act it out and they don't speak, highly of traditional roles the way she is.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I should just like filter it.
What do you mean a bit too much? What do you mean? Because you don't
Like,
appear a bit too much the way when we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
so they'll tell me that, like, why are you thinking too much, or you need to get with the times, or women.
Oh, because you got an old soul. You got an old soul. It's like more classic. It's more traditional, right? Like if I go up to your IG, I'm not gonna see pictures of you twerking with your tongue hanging out, grabbing your titties.
God, I wanted you to look at it so you can tell me if I like give whore vibes, because I'm always like,
with
oh my
pleasure.
God, right. It's
Whole
Gonzalez,
vibes.
Gon.
Hold on. Oh, I found you. Let's take a look at you.
Let's go through her Instagram, MTR. Let's get it.
Oh.
I was like, is it too much? I've literally had to take photos down because I was like, okay, it's not giving off the right vibe. Like it was giving off a little fast. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is okay.
5,000 followers. Following
She looks
256. Gonzalez, 94. Let's take a look at you. Looks like you like to travel. Okay. Okay.
Classy, huh?
All right. All right.
For the universe.
Okay.
She gives, at least in the photos, she gives that back in the day traditional looking women in England, if you guys remember how they used to dress.
All right.
Oh,
it looks good. Nothing crazy.
Here's the thing. The first thing that I would guess is that, yes, she's taking pictures down. Again, I would have no evidence to prove that. Can you see my screen? Can you see what I'm looking at? Those are some kneecaps she got on her. Woo, she tatted. I would take this one the hell down.
Yeah, the tattoos.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'd get that tattoo removed, baby. Maybe you can keep the one on the ankle. I would get that one removed. Take that photo down, though. Here's the thing. If she was up on the show, she'd have the best profile. Let's see what she's doing. Okay.
Oh, she's getting it in.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me just see a little bit more.
Kind of bad girl turned good, in my opinion. Especially with the tattoos.
Okay. She's conducting herself more like a lady over here. It could tell down here she was back in 2020. Yeah, so she's removed photos from 3-4 years ago. Get this one off. I don't like to see almost Gucci. I would give her profile a smooth
8.
6.5 out of 10.
I guess I was being generous. I mean, for me, her profile is like an 8. Now, if the tattoos gives me, like I said, bad girl turned good.
Maybe trending towards 7 if she was to get rid of some of this stuff. I think that she's got to get that back tattoo. It's a little bit too much for me personally. But I like photos like this. I like when they take classy, feminine. I like that. I like these type of photos right here. It makes me want to show it respect, if that makes any sense. Oh, you're back.
Sorry
Hey.
about that. I had to turn my phone off.
Okay, were you able to see the things that I was saying?
So like, okay, revealing too much and like the back shots. That was definitely.
What age were you when you got that back tattoo? 18, 19? It was like 10 years ago.
So young, so young. Like the mindset that I'm in now, I would have definitely never got tattoos for sure. I would have kept in the box, listened more for sure.
Kept the what in the box? The coochie?
Yeah.
You would have kept the innards with him.
For my husband, because it definitely does.
I mean, personally, I don't like extravagant, big, so many tattoos on a lady. Some guys like it. So for me, it has to be like one, two, like tiny ones, tiny ones. But when they are so big, especially like some ladies have one in the chest, now she has the big one in the back. That tells me she likes pain because that's too much pain to withstand. So for me, it's not a thing. So I mean, he's good in giving her good advice. Now, will she remove the tattoo? Maybe not because it's in the back. So
does something to you when you spread yourself thin like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's like I can be very realistic because I went through certain things.
Are you a born again celibate?
ooh.
Absolutely not. That's not realistic.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the thing these days in the dating world, man. Some girls want to be celibate because they claim they had their whole phase and now they want to wait till marriage, and the guys are like, okay, should my should I be celibate with my finances? In other words, since you're being celibate till marriage, can I also, we pay for when we go out on dates, since we're not being intimate. I pay my share, you pay your share. Then when we get married, I can start to pay. So that's the sometimes the argument men come back with. All right, it's like, you want to wait till marriage? Cool. Let me also wait till marriage to pay for dates and this and that. And most times the women say no.
Okay.
I've heard people say born again like virgin or something. That's
It's
delusion.
not real. Yeah, it's delusion.
And I'm like, where y'all getting this mindset? Nobody's holding you guys accountable. Like, you were a whore. It's okay. Be better.
Yo, I don't know where this woman got the balls from to speak like this. I don't know what made her think she can talk like this, but I can guarantee you they're gonna call her pick me. They're gonna call her all sorts of names. Women are definitely going to attack her because holding women accountable, man, that's tough.
It's very simple. And I talk to my girlfriends about stuff like this, and they're like, "You're so crazy. Like, what is wrong?"
So your homegirls are not on that type of timing?
No.
Are they still fighting and bopping?
Probably. Yeah.
You gotta get new friends, baby.
Yeah. You see how she hesitated to answer? Definitely her friends are still kind of doing that. Which makes me think either her circle of friends has gone down because, she's holding them accountable. So they're like, you know what? You're always gonna tell us to not be bad girls, so leave us alone.
Baby girl. Here's the thing. Here's what I noticed. I think that, you're a woman in the West that's trying to remove the modern deism, and I think that you're doing a sufficiently good job at it. I'm happy that you've cleaned up components of your Instagram, but I can tell that this is probably maybe 5 to 6 years old. I could tell that, especially if you talk about that you are a fan of Kevin, you're an MTR. I want you to the MTR is in training. I support you guys, and that's why I think that you should continue to come into the Discord server to talk to other MTRs as well as other MTRs in training. I would say take off the photos that show party girl. I would say remove those. It looks like there was something like that back in 2020. I love the first 3 photos of you in the white outfit, the clean.
Yeah,
outfit.
classy. She looked
I think
classy.
absolutely lean into that from an image perspective. And yeah, I think you look. I gave your profile like between a 6.5 on the way to a 6 point on the way to a 7. But I would say that of all the profiles up on that show today, you would have been the best profile.
Okay, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, he gave some good feedback. For me, I gave her profile an 8 because I think especially the first photos. I'm a sucker for a lady in a dress anyway, so for me, the first photos blow me away. Like they gave me that classy England back in the day vibes, lady like, you know. But also, I think the fact that he said that he talked about the fact that she should join his group where other ladies talk amongst each other, which leads me to the point of I understand, guys, some of you guys in the comments, you like to hold women accountable for this and that, but I honestly believe, the way dating and relationships are going forward, women are the best to hold other women accountable. Men like MTR can hold us as guys accountable for our mess up, our fuck ups and shit like that, but I think women are best in the position to hold other women accountable, because now it's like your own sister is telling you about yourself, what you're doing wrong. Like she said, lose weight, stuff like that. And if she's living the lifestyle as well, her friends can look it up to her and be like, okay, I understand where she's coming from.
Absolutely. All right, you got anything else for me or any other questions to ask?
Are you single?
Oh.
You have children?
What?
Where are you at? Like in the universe?
Are you trying to get active?
I was just asking. I'm just curious to know.
She wants
Baby
my
girl,
boy.
I didn't know this was a solicitation. Hold on. Baby girl, listen, I am the content creator, all right? And we have to maintain the content creator relationship.
Nah, bro. I mean, guys, let's be honest. We all love a woman who you can tell she's kind of shooting her shot, but she's not like direct. She's using all these. Guys, we can all agree, every man loves a woman who can shoot her shot in a tricky way. She's not like being really direct, like I like you or something. But if a woman is asking, are you single? Or do you that? As a man, you can pick up on that and be like, okay, maybe this is what it is. Which he did. He's like, are you trying to get active? That's his phrase, right? So, I mean, she looks good. So, MTR, what's up, man? She's a traditional woman. I think you want a traditional woman. So, what's up? Let's get active.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Understood.
She seems
I
disappointed.
gotta maintain a degree of professionalism. You understand me? I take my role extremely seriously up here. All right. I don't want young ladies thinking that they can come up here and just shot after shot. So let me clip that right now. But at the same junction, I appreciate you asking me that. Okay. Nevertheless, though, I think you should still hit me up. Let's get you in the server as well. I want to get you speaking with all of the other young ladies down up in there as well. Okay.
Yes, thank you for that. Okay, I'll look into that right now. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Christina, thank you so much for calling in, baby girl. I appreciate that.
Bye.
All right. Take care.
All right, man. Shout out to MTR. Obviously, guys, I can't finish the whole video. I'll be putting down the link down below to MTR's channel. Shout out to MTR.